Welcome back, guys, to game number 2 between Cloud and VortiX. Cloud currently 1-0 up over his illustrious Zerg opponent. Can he take down the unstoppable force that is VortiX? He's done so well in offline tournaments recently, but falling to his brother, another Terran, in the semi-final. He's now against a Terran here in Cloud, and he's currently 1 game down. Let's see if he can pull it back, guys. Let's get into the game. Welcome to Daybreak, ladies and gentlemen, for what could be the game that decides the 3rd and 4th places here at the Vasacast Invitational. We'll find out in just a moment which one of these players is going to be able to take this game number 2, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Daybreak as the yellow Zerg player. He is Caronte Esports VortiX. His opponent in the top right, the Italian Stallion, falling to Fryer in the semi-final, but trying to redeem himself with a credible 3rd place finish here at the Vasacast Invitational on home turf. We have, ladies and gentlemen, Cloud. So that game number 1 was incredibly interesting. Cloud going for pure bio against late game Zerg with massive upgrades. We didn't see a single tank. We didn't really see Hellions, to be honest, going into the late game either. No Thors were involved. Just Marines, Marauders, and a heck of a lot of... Oh, is that built a bit too far out? No, he should be blocking it. It's fine. He started that engineering bay quite early, actually, but it is blocking the hatchery at the moment. So Cloud opting for exactly the same thing in game number 2. And it looks like the SCV almost dying there, but he's going to live long enough to see that the pool has indeed gone down for VortiX. We'll spot that no super early gas has been taken. Needs to be very careful not to get our SCV poached off. And there we go. It looks like the spawning pool is indeed on the way now. In the meantime, behind us, he's not going for a command center, but he is going to be going for the barracks first. So possibly going to be a 1 Rax gasless fast expand here. Of course, the time taken to block the hatchery, he considers it, useful there, as the SCV does get mortal combated by a drone who casually just moved back to take out this engineering bay. Currently about 10 seconds of life left on it, just over, as the spawning pool is about to finish. So Cloud going for the barracks first as opposed to the command center. He will be getting that down shortly, though, as he's up to 400 minerals now. And there is the engineering bay being cancelled. And there is the command center starting. So once again, a similar opening here in game 2 from Cloud, and since he won game number 1, he's going to be feeling pretty comfortable going here into game 2. Now the one difference is that in game 1, the hatchery here at the natural expansion was blocked for so long it actually finished after the command center completed. Right now, that's not going to happen. The hatch will complete before the command center, and the command center of course has to be floated down and made into an orbital as well. So not as large an economic edge in this particular game compared to what we saw last time around. Alright, so not too much going on right now, guys, except to say that the second gas has actually been taken from Cloud. So he's going to be going both those gases, of course, so that he can get a factory up nice and early, which will enable him, of course, to get the reactor on the barracks as well. That's going to be fairly useful for getting those Hellions out on the field for that early map control. Now, last game, we did not see any Banshees come out of Cloud. He instead went straight into medevacs and went for a very, very heavy bio composition. Are we going to see the same thing from him this time around? It's too early to tell yet, because he did go for a couple of Hellions. Let's see if he does the same this game. Queen popping down to inject at the natural now for VortiX. A good idea to place a creep tumor in your main base, a second tumor here or here, just to make sure that the natural and the main base are completely connected by creep, so that if for any reason you need to rush back or rush back and forth between the bases, maybe to defend a drop or something similar, you will comfortably be able to do so. A couple of Marines now going to be moving out to try and pick apart early scouting overlords and possibly Zerglings, but look at this VortiX. He practices, of course, with his brother Lucifron a lot, so you're not going to catch him with overlords in snipeable positions across the map early against Terran. Lucifron is so good at sending out his Marines early to check for overlords at potential scouting locations that VortiX is just too good to stop that. To allow that to happen, rather. The bunker's going to be finishing up at the natural expansion of Cloud now. A Zergling is going to spot that there's no way for him to get into the main, and we actually have 3 SCVs condemning him to death here, ladies and gentlemen. Death by firing squad here, except the firing squad involved drills. That actually sounds quite painful. Alright, meanwhile, we do have another layer popping up here from VortiX. Is he potentially going to be going Mutalisk again? He is taking his third gas now. We'll wait and see if he decides to grab his fourth as well. He could be going for a different play. Don't forget, on Daybreak, there's a lot of space for Mutas to use behind the first, between the natural and the third, for instance, and flying up down here. It's not completely out of the question, but it didn't go that well for him in that last game. So it doesn't look like that's happening right now. Instead, we're going to be going into the Roach Warren. So let's see if we're going to be having a quick Glial Reconstitution and possibly a +1 timing here coming out of VortiX. In the meantime, the third base has gone down for Cloud now. He's finishing up his third and fourth gases and has gotten an engineering bay or two to start those 1-1 upgrades. So it looks like he is actually going to be going for a biocentric composition. He's also got a tech lab on his starport here, interestingly. So he can get an early Raven out. Now this is going to push back creep spread. He only has 2 Hellions out on the map as it currently stands. And yeah, he's not made any more of those. He's actually going to be going for the Raven first out of the Stargate. Really cool stuff coming out of Cloud here. Let's see if it pays off here, though, in game number 2. We have the Overlord popping in to scout exactly what's going on. He sees both engineering bays working away, and Cloud will no doubt want to stop this scout from coming across further. We have a single Marine here, might be able to pop in and try and stop the scout, but only one Marine means that VortiX will be able to see everything before that Overlord dies. Another barracks going down now, so we're going to have to 3 racks. We know for sure that it's going to be a biocentric composition, but this time we can see the siege tanks in production as well. In the meantime, the Raven just going to be chilling out at the natural expansion, looking awfully bored. I love it when they do the barrel roll. It's such a cool animation. And we're staying on 2 base for VortiX, by the way. He's at 95 supply and only making 10 roaches. He's got +1 on Glial Reconstitution about to finish, as well as the +1 Ground Carapace. So this is going to be a 2-base roach attack from VortiX here. Cloud at the moment is on 63 supply because he got that early command center at the third and is trying his best to macro up as quickly as possible. He's got some tanks out as well with siege mode nearly complete, and a Viking to take out this scouting overlord as well. But look at this, the amount of roaches VortiX is going to be heading out with. 1-1 is complete, Glial Reconstitution is complete. He is holding the watchtower, and we don't have any units at the watchtower here from Cloud, so he won't know that this attack is incoming just yet. His map vision currently, okay, we have one of the surviving Hellions here, and it just gets there in time to see this roach push going into the third. I'm not sure Cloud can get enough units there in time to defend, frankly. There's basically a Raven there at the moment. That is not going to do him very good at all. Supply depot never finishes, and we have a couple of SCVs and mules getting caught out in no man's land. A massive number of roaches here, 50 army supply to 22, and we need to see the SCVs come out, attempt to repair this bunker, but one-shotting it in the roaches, and VortiX looks like he's going to be able to take a quick 1-1 leveler in this series. There's a really nice siege tank up top doing so much damage, but it's only one tank at the end of the day. GG, and VortiX, ladies and gentlemen, levels the series 1-1.